the obvious thing, we obviously watched them in recent games. We obviously assessed our game against them in the MTN8 and how they hurt us. We are a pressing team. That's what we always do. We press teams. We're not afraid to go at teams. But as you stated, we just played. And for me, the fear factor was that, the amount of pressure that psychologically that the players have been put under, there would be a drop in this game. And that would only be normal. You would expect that drop to happen. So I've never been a person who's makes massive changes to my starting lineup. This time I did. I made 4. And from our analysis was, how did they hurt us? They hit us on the counter. What is their biggest weapon? The speed that they possess. So for me, logically it made sense considering the fact that we will have fatigue in our legs. So let's not press them, because by pressing them, we're just going to increase that fatigue. So rather drop off. Don't give them the space in behind. Protect the space in behind. And second half, we can bring on fresh legs. The longer the game goes on 0-0, the more frustrated they're going to grow, the more frustrated the crowd is going to get at them. And then we're going to get our opportunities. And so that was the logic that I applied. Yeah, obviously, as I said, the work ethic that Mayo's now has, as a team, we'll benefit and he'll benefit. And then Kutu, he got thrown a little bit in the deep end, in all honesty, coming to us. Having spoken to him 30 minutes in pre-season is the only game time that he had the whole of pre-season. So to get him to the level that I know he needs to be at in terms of his fitness, that would take a little bit of time. We had the 2-week break, and there we actually pushed him extremely hard. We played him against Stellenbosch in a friendly. And then we had a league match, against Amazulu. He wasn't great. Against Galaxy, he also struggled. But I think that was also fatigue. It's almost like he had another pre-season. So there was still fatigue in his legs. But now you're starting to see the Kutumela of old coming out. And the fitter he gets, the better he will get. So, I think we still got a lot to see from him.
Tonight's victory was your 12th victory against Chiefs. The team that you've beaten the most in South Africa. Maybe your reaction to that?
I didn't even know. I didn't even know. Me as a coach, I plan to win every game that I play, irrespective of who they are. The fact that I have a good record against Chiefs, it bodes well for my CV, I guess. I don't know.
On that light note, thank you, Coach. I think you've got a burning question. We'll allow it.
Not necessarily burning. Definitely not burning, but yeah, a musket of power.
Now you've got a minute, so
Coach,
do with it.
Yes, Coach. The game plan, because there were a bit of stray passes, not just from yourself, from Kaizer Chiefs as well. When you look at the game against Cape Town Spurs, is the demand to win, or because it doesn't get easy? You always need results. Is the demand making it a bit difficult to try and play the kind of football maybe you want to play, where you have to focus mainly on just trying to get results, big results such as this one and in the depth?
I think yes and no. As I stated before, the fact that we played 3 days ago forced me to play this brand of football because of the fatigue. People don't understand. They think they're machines, these players, but they're not machines. Sometimes I wonder how we schedule fixtures, and it's not a level playing field because Chiefs didn't play 3 days ago. And I understand, teams that perform in Champions League and then on weekends they play league, but we will have situations where we'll have a cup on a weekend, no games are allowed to take place, and then you're playing on a Wednesday, and then a Saturday, and then again on a Tuesday. So it becomes a lot of pressure on the players and us as coaching staff, because we are looked at in terms of results. They don't say, oh, you played pretty football. What did you do? Did you win or lose, coach? That's how we get judged. You know, as much as we would like to play pretty football, we know for a fact that's how we are judged.
Yours will be a sprint question because it's within the last minute of the allocated time.
Okay, cool. Coach, after the Ikapa Derby, your former colleague, was shown the door. Is that a reminder of, how quickly things can change? Not so long ago, he brought the team up and, now...
Definitely. Football's a cruel game. You're only as good as your last game. That's a fact, Shaun done a fantastic job, got them promoted back to the PSL, and was unfortunate, not to get the results. This is how football is, It's happened to me now the last 3 seasons. Poor start, pressure. You get a win, changes everything, So we understand it as coaches. It's part and parcel of our jobs nowadays. The expectation and the demand is a lot higher. As much as we also say the fans is, for some of the fans, it's not because they love their club. Some of it's because they've now been putting money on their club to win hard-earned money, so the anger stems even further. So this is no longer a game, this is a business. And I think that, that's just the harsh reality.
Coach, thank you. All the best going to Richards Bay in your next